I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we are delighted to speak with author Patty Dinelli. She weaves a grand tapestry of historical fiction in A Promise Fulfilled, transporting readers to the 1840s Louisiana and London through the experiences of Sir Phillip Westley Sanduvale and Lady Elizabeth and their son Thomas. We're delighted to be joined today by Patty and her granddaughter Sophia. We'd like to thank the folks at Good River Print and Media for helping us put her in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support writers like her by subscribing to our channel. Patty and Sophia, thanks so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you for having us.
There you go. That was harmony. Thank you for having us. Excellent. Good to see you guys today. You have written quite a book, Patty, A Promise Fulfilled. Give the audience at home a broad picture of what it's about.
It's about a young couple who was sent to America to start a new life and raise a family in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It follows the couple as they settle there. And in the book, we meet a cast of characters that takes us on quiet adventures of romance, tragedy, comedy, suspense.
Sounds great. Now, are you familiar with Louisiana? Are you from there? How did you know so much about the area?
I just did research, a little research, not much, but a little. It's just mostly fiction, so whatever you hear might be fiction.
Okay, well, you use your imagination, and that makes for a good story, that's for sure. Have you ever visited Baton Rouge?
No.
Okay. Well, you got to put that on your bucket list since you've written a story about it, that's for sure. Tell us a little bit about the relationship between Thomas and the two slaves who raise him. It's a crucial element of the story.
Oh, they became so close that it was, they were inseparable. They loved each other. Martha and, can't remember his name, I'm kind of nervous.
Oh, no worries.
Jacob and Martha. They loved him like a son, and they raised him to be a good, decent man.
Wonderful, wonderful. What was it like writing this story? Did you kind of get lost in the world you were creating?
Yes, I did, to tell you the truth. And I thought that I just rambled on and on and on until I put it together and read it. And It was pretty hard because when I wrote it, it took me years. I lost my mother, and that's why I began writing this story. I was lonesome, and my husband was busy. So if we went anywhere or went on to deliver produce for him, I would write it on a napkin. I would write it on a paper bag. Anything I could get my hands on while I was driving with him. And then I threw it in the box. And years later, I came across the box and I looked at it and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to piece this together and see what I could make of it. So I did.
That's great. So you had to transcribe some of the notes and put them on the computer, or did you have Sophia help you with that?
Yes, thank God.
That sounds good. So a little
teamwork a laptop. Yeah. And that's kind of where I came in. She showed me this box and we just got her going. I think we started a Google Doc and shared myself some access, and that's what happened.
Wonderful. So you're like her technical assistant here. She's got the story written down and you're putting her into the 21st century tools to get it down on paper. Well, that's excellent. That's excellent. Must have been fun to collaborate with your grandmother, right?
Oh, absolutely. She's the genius. I'm just the technical wizard. But yeah, I mean, she wrote a really good story and I'm so proud of her and so happy that I got to start helping her.
That's wonderful. Well, you should be proud of her. It is a great story. Were you the first person to read it?
No, when I finished it, I sent it to I have 4 children, and I sent a copy to each one and had them read it. They're my best critics. And when they read it, they said, gee, Mom, it's pretty good. You should try to get it printed. And I said, oh, I don't know, if it's that good. Yeah. They said, yeah, you should really try. So I did. And this is what it came of.
Well, we're glad you did. Some of the themes you talk about in your book are love, loss, betrayal. What was it like using those elements to drive the narrative forward?
Uh, Actually, I really never thought about it. It just kind of flowed out. I don't know. The more I wrote, the more it flowed out. It's hard to describe.
Yeah, it's just inspiration, I guess. It
I
wasn't like
think
I'm going to write about love and loss and betrayal. It just became part of the story you were creating.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, because none of that happened in my life. I mean, I never had betrayal, or I had love, of course,
right.
and some tragedy, but
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it came from that or not. It could have,
yeah. Have you visualized A Promise Fulfilled as a TV series or a movie, perhaps?
Some people have said it. From the movies that I see on TV and stuff, I don't know. I think they're far better. That's my opinion, And I thought, well, maybe there could be a sequel to this one if it ever became something. I'm not really sure how I visualize it, as going forward.
Right. Well, you're a modest woman. I think you'd probably love to see it on the big screen. It'd be
Oh, yes.
wonderful to see actors bring those roles to life. And it's amazing once you have something on paper to hear an actor read it and perform it. It gives
Yes.
you a whole new perspective on it. It's kind of wonderful.
I mean, I personally see it as a TV series.
Absolutely.
I think it reminds me a lot of like period pieces like Downton Abbey.
Mhm.
I think that it could be a really good show like that, especially with so much history. Of course, a lot of research would have to be done, but I think that there's a lot of potential to make it a period piece, whether that's a movie or a TV series.
I agree. I agree 100%. People are dying for that kind of fare. They love it. Like you said, Downton Abbey was extraordinarily successful, and The Crown and a whole bunch of other series as well. So I think it would absolutely fit into that genre and people would love it. Patty, you're working on any other books right now?
Yes, I have one that I've finished, but it's a murder mystery. And I'm working on another one that I'm just getting into now.
Okay.
But I haven't done anything with the murder mystery yet.
Well, that's a complete 180-degree turn with the
Yes.
murder mystery, right?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Well, you're full of surprises and they're good surprises, and that's wonderful. You've got a great imagination. The name of the book is A Promise Fulfilled. It is written by Patty Dinelli. It is a work that she worked on for years, as you heard, scribbling away on napkins and paper bags and whatever she could find. And her lovely granddaughter, Sophia, came to her rescue and helped her put it all down on a modern day laptop, which is great. Patty and Sophia, thank you both for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you for having us.
I was expecting more harmony. I thought you'd be like, thank you for having us. Okay, Sophia, you can say thank you also.
I really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Okay, my pleasure. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.